was happening. So you heard about the news, right? You don't hear? You hear about it? You know what I'm saying? They found 215 unidentified bodies behind a prison, if I'm not mistaken, in Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, of course, the black community is in an uproar because the majority of the 215 bodies were black. You know, there was some Caucasians, you know what I'm saying, non-blacks, but the vast majority of the people that were found deceased, buried behind a prison were black people. You know what I'm saying? One of them was a man that got hit by a police officer, and the police officer failed to call the man's family, even though the man had identification on him. He failed to call the family of the deceased to let them know. What he did is he dug a hole up, threw the body in a hole, and put dirt over him. That plain and simple. They're not even giving, they weren't even giving these guys a proper burial. Like they body bagged them and then just threw them in a hole and put dirt over them. That plain and simple. Let's not talk about what's going on in Virginia. Whole lot of black men popping up, missing and found dead in Virginia. Murdered. And you may ask, Langston, do you care? Do you care? With all this madness going on, these 215 bodies found in Mississippi, do you give a damn? And my response is, I don't give a, with a capital F. I don't. And the reason why I don't care is because black people don't care. You know what social media is going to do? We're going to talk about this, and then the next day it'll be over. That's real talk. I'm not making this up. This is a reality. And if we do, you know, get behind, you know, that lawyer that's you know, carrying on the cases for these 215 men that are deceased, called Ben Krupp. You know, the dude that sounds like the part, like he's part of the Fat Albert in the gang. They be talking like this. If we do get behind him, right? If we rally behind him, once the families get paid, it'll be over. Once the families are compensated, once each and every family is compensated and the bodies are properly buried, we gonna bury this shit. And it's just that plain and simple. Cause see, black people don't hold no loyalty. And that all this is, black murders, it's nothing but gossip nowadays that leads to no action. That's real shit. Or we'll get out there in the streets, right? For some of us, we'll get out there in the streets and scream, "Ain't no justice, no peace," and talk about Black Lives Matter. But when the deaths happen in our community, it seems as though then black lives don't matter at all. Because I can tell you, 215 bodies found in Mississippi, man, please. Chicago will top that, and you know it. Give Chicago this 4th of July weekend. If the 4th falls on a weekend this year, give the 4th of July weekend to Chicago, and I bet you Chicago are top 215 bodies found in Mississippi. That's real talk. Oh, you want me to get uglier? Well, I could get real ugly. Go to the abortion clinics and ask straight up, those abortion clinics, how many black women have aborted babies within a week? And I bet you those numbers are top those 215 bodies that were found in Mississippi. Think about how many men, young men there are, that shoot and kill each other every day around America. Each day. I bet you we'll quadruple that number. So the reality of it is Black Lives Matter when a non-black or a police officer does something to us. But when we do it to ourselves, it don't. It don't at all. We're hypocrites. That's who and what we are. Well, we'll sit here and talk about how shit ain't right, how other people treat us, where it's plain and simple. We treat ourselves like shit. The white supremacist group called the Triple K, I don't fear them in 2024. I don't fear non-blacks putting on white robes or white sheets over their heads. I don't fear them while burning a fucking cross in front of my front yard. I don't fear them. You know who's the real Triple K right now and who I fear? It's the thugs. It's the niggas that wreak havoc in our communities. It's the rappers that influence our young babies to be niggas. You so worried about police officers patrolling in and around your community and not realizing that the average rapper works for them. For real. The average rapper holds no loyalty to the community, to the black community, that is. His loyalty rests in corporations. He's here, or she is here to see your children fail in life. He or she is here to make sure that your children play out to the fullest extent of the Willie Lynch letters. I don't fear no non-black and with a white sheet over his or her head. Nah, I fear them niggas that smoke blunts and got gold chains and shit. That's illiterate. That talk about I got the blicky. Oh, let me take it back. Not blunts. Smoking on Tuka. A young boy that was shot and killed at a bus station. At a bus stop, excuse me. That's who the fuck I fear. I fear drive-bys. Because I know at the end of the day, if anything happens to me, this is my word, I know ain't no non-black gonna do it. I know somebody that looks like me is gonna do it. And that's real talk. So excuse me if I don't give a flying fuck about 215 bodies. Excuse me for that. Because just about every day here in Charlotte, and if it ain't in Atlanta, if it ain't in Charlotte, it's in Atlanta. I see bodies on the news just about every day or every other day. And when you add all them shits up, I'm more than sure they total way more than 215 bodies. And I'm not taking away nothing from what happened in Mississippi, because that's some racist shit. But at the same time, at this point in time, which one is worse? What they do to us, or what we do to one another. I want to put that on the scales of my eye and see which one outweighs the other. The scale of my eye. It's real talk. Nah, this ain't no video that gets you all prepped up and outraged to the point where you march. You go up in Uptown and you march up and down the streets of Uptown Charlotte, block 277, 485, 85 and Highway 77. Highways that I frequent with to get to where I gotta go. Nah, this ain't that type of video. I'm not gonna waste my time with you Negroes. I got shit to do now and tomorrow. And at the end of the day, yo man, this is real. I never wanted to say this, but now I'm extremely numb to black deaths. How about that? Now it's like on today's news, today is going to be 55 degrees and somebody got killed, a black man got killed. Oh, okay. What did he say about the weather again? Because I was turn it up about the weather, but the black man getting killed, whatever. That's how I am nowadays. Straight up. Our priorities are fucked up. And some may say, well, not some, I think the vast majority of you all that look at my videos would say, hey man, why don't you talk about something positive? I said this in the last video. Could you put something in the comment section of what black people are doing on a collective level that's positive? Because I don't want to hear about your own life, your individual life. That's something personally that's happening to you. We're not talking about you. We're not making this out about you. We're talking about the black race as a whole. I told you all to put it in the comment section of the last video. And nobody put anything down. Nobody put anything down of what black people are doing that's positive as a collective. Because it ain't shit positive. Straight up. So if you want me to switch or change topics, I gotta have a topic to talk about to switch over. Until then, black people keep on doing the same shit, which gives me the same topic to talk about. You think I want to talk about some black negative shit? I don't. But we ain't got shit going on. I mean, it's just that plain and simple. There's nothing positive to talk about. Our families are at a disarray. I just saw a woman get out of, I think it's called True Green. That's the name of the company. I think they do landscaping. You know what I'm saying? They, fertilize your grass and all the rest of that stuff. I just saw a black woman get out of a True Green truck. And I'm like, wow, I was taken away. Because I've seen black women do the unordinary these past few months and years. Like a black garbage woman. A woman is my trash man. A black woman. And at times, a black woman is my mailman. The black woman is being put into the work field, while the black man is in jail, working for 50 cents an hour. Excuse me. And our children are addicted to the internet, while playing Grand Theft Auto. They think this is nothing but a game. So they're going out shooting, killing their ops and thinking, oh yeah, they got 9 lives. And no, you just got 1. While the men behind the curtain, the non-blacks are shaking their head like, but good job. Keep on fucking up. You're making it better for us. Because we profit off of black suffering. Black suffering. And that's real talk. You want me to talk about something different? Give me something different to talk about. You understand? Other than that, please, I'm going to continue talking about the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I gave you an alternative lifestyle. I gave you the positive shit in the past. I took you into my kitchen. I showed you what I cooked, what I eat. I showed you my vegetarian lifestyle. I took you to the gym with me. I showed you how I worked out. I introduced you to Pretty Ricky. Okay, hell, if you don't want to be an entrepreneur, I'll introduce you to someone that's a minority, that's a brother to me, that works for corporate, for those that work. We introduce you to T2A. I tried to give you everything that was positive, but you didn't want it. Instead, you chastised me and said or asked, why do I drink so much goddamn water? Your nose too big. You got them raggedy dreads. That's what you said to me. This is who I should be talking to. Y'all can't see him. It's a bunch of kids walking in front of the car. These kids I should be talking to. I shouldn't be wasting my time on adults. And this is the reason why I put down my big ring light with the other studio lights that I had. Took them shits down and started doing videos in the car. Because this is all you get from me from now on. If it's about the kids, something totally different. But if it's about adults, niggas, you get what you see is what you get. Sometimes I may edge my shit up. Most of the time I won't. So don't tell me that you want something different. When I give you something different, you don't support it. 215 bodies found in Mississippi. And the internet is at an uproar. Black Twitter is twittering away. Between that and Cat Williams, boys, have been a hell of a goddamn weekend. Oh, excuse me, week. Going into the weekend. When is the black community going to go into the weekend? If you get what I'm saying, double entendre. When are you going to end your weakness? You being weak. And start focusing on improving your individual lives so we can all improve one another as a collective. You asking me to talk about positive shit, whereas what the question is, what are you doing for the black community that's positive? That's real talk. I want to know. If it's about them kids, yo, I'll get out my car. I'll talk to the kids. Because that's what this is supposed to be all for. At least that's what I thought. That we were doing this for the kids. In order for them to have a better future. But now I see it's not about the kids. We too fixated on what Cat Williams is saying about a bunch of grown ass gay men that we knew were gay in the first place. That's real. While we looking this way, gossiping, they're taking our children as we speak. Whether it's through human trafficking or their minds through the internet, through these rap videos, or overall hip-hop. They're stealing our children's minds right in front of us, and we ain't doing shit about it. You know, we talk highly about the 90s. But just think about it. We're adults now. And I remember in the 90s, we used to be like, yo, I get the hell out before I sell out. That's what we are now. We're sellouts. We sold our children out. We sold our soul out. We'll allow any and everyone to pimp us. Oh, I know what you want me to talk about. This is good to talk about right about now. You want me to talk about the immigrants and how the immigrants are affecting the black community and all the rest of that shit? Well, watch this. This is for real. You all are bitching about immigrants coming into America, you know what I'm saying? Into like the bigger cities like New York and Chicago and shit like that. And they getting help from the government and this and that and so forth and blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? Immigrants have been invading your community and getting help from the government. I mean, let's just be real. Who owns the beauty salon that you go to? Who owns it and operates it? Want to talk about Chinese food restaurant? You want to talk about the bodegas? So before you start running your mouth about how it's unfair, the immigrants getting help and they taking over our communities and this, that, and so forth and blah, 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 blah. Way before that, they been doing that shit and you ain't got no problem with it. I've been told y'all niggas to stop eating that Chinese food and you all still eat that rough, meow, meow. Boy, Ben kicked your ass out of their corner stores, and you still go back to them. These motherfuckers perform salat 5 times out of the day. Pray to Allah, and then turn around and sell you cigarettes, beer, liquor, and all types of shit. Genetically modified foods inside that fucking corner store. Shit that they don't even eat. Oh, I'ma get vicious while they little black girls. And you know it. And don't say shit about it. How about that? You black women go into the beauty supply store and get your fucking wigs, weaves, 2B Yaki, and all the rest of that shit. Perms. For the men, texturizers, wave brushes, and don't say shit to the Koreans. Immigrants or illegal aliens, whatever you want to call them, been invaded your fucking community. What is there positive to talk about, my nigga? Tell me. Because to be real with you, I ain't getting out my goddamn car. Not for no niggas. Oh, I got all types of unique ways to, you know what I'm saying, work the body out. I ain't gonna share that shit with no niggas. This is what I'm gonna do. I do you a solid one. I'm going to create a membership. And I'll have y'all, you know what I'm saying? If y'all really want some positive videos, I'll put it on the membership shit. Other than that, I ain't getting out my goddamn car. I ain't turning on no lights. I ain't setting up no shit in my house anymore. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna be as professional as black people are. Put it to you like that. So if every now and then the sun gets in my eyes, or you know, it's not good lighting, or this and that and so forth while I'm in the car, who cares? So, cause niggas die every day, B. Famous quote from Paid in Full. Black people don't care about black deaths. Next topic. Let's move on. I'm out.